The third drill that I find has complete relevance comes to us from Larry Allen Vickers. For those of you who may not know, Larry Allen Vickers is a former Delta Force operator who spent his life in the military and his retired life in improving people's shooting skills as well as his own. This is called the 666 drill. Sometimes it's referred to as the devil's drill because it's devilishly hard to pass. You're going to be operating from 6 yards and you're going to fire a total of 6 rounds. And you have 6 seconds to complete the drill. You're going to pull the gun from your concealment, present it onto the target, fire the magazine until it's empty, reload, and finish the drill for 6 rounds. Now, ideally, the way Larry does this is you kind of have your buddy stagger the rounds around in your magazines and so forth. That's something I think people can strive to, but it might be difficult to do unless you set one up and try to confuse yourself while you're on the range. Obviously, most people know how they set the drill up. So today, we're just going to kind of proceed with the mechanics of the drill. But as you progress, you can certainly try to fool yourself or get your friend to fool you, and you don't know exactly how many rounds are in the gun. That too is an important skill set because the recoil impulse on the gun should be completely different if one is tuned into that. And of course, you should see, unless you're riding over the top of the stop, that the gun is actually slide locked to the rear, indicating to you an emergency reload. So this is a hard drill. Larry himself says sometimes he has to do it multiple times to get it right in his own classes. So if you struggle with it, don't worry, it's okay. Maybe move the par time back. But what's important is we're accurate before fast. So obviously the stress on this drill is how quickly you can recognize your gun's empty and how quickly you can get it back into service with fresh magazine off the emergency reload. .537. That was the devilishly hard 666 drill. My time was 5:37, and you'll notice when you're moving that fast, your accuracy has a tendency to wander. This is an extremely challenging drill as well, and I have nothing but the utmost amount of respect for Larry Vickers coming up with it. For those of you who may not know him, as I mentioned before, check him out on YouTube or any other place on the internet. Fantastic human being who spent his life shooting. He's a wealth of knowledge, and you can believe me, when he says something's challenging, it is. You have to be very, very proficient to get this done from concealment and know your weapon system in the utmost, because if not, it's not going to work out for you. But once again, let me stress this. Start slow and be safe. Make sure you're following your local range rules about retention pulls. And I can't stress this enough. Shoot the gun dry at least 1,000 times, practicing any drill before you do it with a live gun in your hands. Weird things happen when you're trying to hurry, and it's the #1 way people get injured when they're training in this fashion is they usually injure themselves because they catch a wonky draw or whatever the circumstances are. This is not something that you just should start doing. Go slow, use slow times, and untimed, just mechanically work your way through the drill, gradually getting faster as you go.